trans people are being targeted, terrorized, and hunted in this country.
Queer culture, especially Black queer culture, leads everything. Everybody else follows the trends.
We love you. We see you. We hear you. There's nothing but love over here. So we want to make sure we always spread that.
So 20 years ago, I knew that transgenders was going to fail. I knew that in the ritual of Baphomet, the transgender, to show allegiance to him, you had to kiss his.
All right, y'all. Gabrielle Union is making headlines again, and you can probably figure out the reason. It's the same thing she always gets into, speaking out against critics in the ongoing trans discussion. But this time, a lot more people are pushing back and telling Gabby she needs to take a serious look at herself. And one of those voices is Katt Williams. According to Katt, this has nothing to do with people being transphobic or uninformed, which is what Gabrielle constantly argues. He believes there's a much deeper issue at play. Katt claims something much darker is happening in Hollywood, some sort of circle that Gabrielle and Dwyane Wade are allegedly connected to. On top of that, critics are accusing Gabrielle of being hypocritical because she's the same person who passionately speaks out about trans rights, yet she has never, not a single time, publicly addressed police brutality affecting her own community. And here's another twist. Reports recently surfaced that Gabrielle and Dwyane's trans daughter, Zaya, is dating a white boyfriend who is also trans. But that's not even what has people talking the most. Some individuals are now claiming that Dwyane is living out his own desires through Zaya. Allegedly, Dwyane isn't fully embracing his own truth, if you catch my drift.
So I just put a little glitter, little gold, and then a little brown, just a little nod back. Just wanted to highlight the figures that I was going to have.
It seems like there's a lot more going on behind closed doors than Gabrielle wants the public to know. So, with that being said, let's dive right into it.
I don't step on the side of acceptance, and I'm not going to even, in our community, which is the trans community.
Alright, so Gabrielle Union is making headlines once again because of the criticism surrounding her trans stepdaughter, Zaya Wade. And let me explain why I use the term stepdaughter. It's not meant as a slight towards step-parents. At the end of the day, the person who raises a child is the one who truly earns that title. But this case is a bit different because Zaya's biological mother, Zaya Wade, has publicly stated that Gabrielle and Dwyane pushed her out of her daughter's life. On top of that, Zaya Wade alleges that Gab and Dwyane encouraged Zaya to transition before reaching adulthood. And according to her, that's something she never agreed with. Music. I'll get into all of that shortly. But first, let me show you why Gabrielle is trending right now. Zaya recently hosted her second translatable ball, an event that she and Dwyane launched through his Wade Family Foundation. And naturally, Gabrielle and Dwyane showed up to support Zaya. Now first, let's discuss Dwyane's outfit. Are we really supposed to overlook that mask covering one of his eyes? He looks like he's headed straight to an Eyes Wide Shut themed gathering once this event wraps up. And you already know the one-eye image is often linked to Illuminati symbolism, right? I mean, at this stage, people hardly even treat it like a conspiracy anymore. That's just how many see it now. And of course, Dwyane continues to say that he's simply there to support his child no matter what, and help create a safe environment for her community.
It means everything for us. We just get to be parents. We get to be proud parents. And also, too, just to be able to think about how you raise your kids and what they hear and what they see and, what connects with them. It's really cool for us to see how much Zaya has, built a team around this idea, this concept, this thought, this world, this community. And here we are for the second year. And so we're just following her lead.
But Gabrielle, on the other hand, can't seem to just support Zaya and stop there. She always feels the need to take things a step further and throw shots at anyone who doesn't hold the exact same views she does. And now she's telling people they need to check their egos if they disagree with her position on allowing children to transition.
You don't have all the answers, and humble yourself.
Alright, so Gabrielle is out here telling other people they need to humble themselves, yet she's the same person who labels everyone as gay simply because they don't agree with her. Because nobody has forgotten that entire Boozy situation. When Boozy said he believed Zaya was too young to be making decisions related to gender-related procedures, Gabrielle wasted no time firing back and suggesting that Boozy was secretly living in the closet.
So good, Sorry, Boozy.
He's so preoccupied.
Yeah, he is. Very much
Almost like thou dost protest too much, little booze.
I'm gonna look.
You got a lot of dick on your mind.
I mean, it's
Throw
like
that out there.
It's like Zaya and Lil Nas X living his head.
Free, rent free.
Like what?
It's like, sir. Something you want to just go ahead and tell us. This is a safe.
So wait a minute. Is she actually suggesting that being gay is some kind of insult? Why would she react that way if she's supposed to be such a vocal advocate for the LGBTQ community? She literally used the idea of Boosie being gay as a punchline while, at the same time, encouraging people to be more accepting of Zaya. So, it's acceptable for her to imply that Boosie is gay and use homosexuality as a weapon in an argument, but it's not acceptable for him to respond however he wants. This is exactly why so many people struggle to take Gabrielle seriously. And honestly, I think the real reason she became so upset over Boosie's comments had very little to do with what he actually said about Zaya. Sure, he said he disagreed with the way Gabrielle and Dwyane were raising their child. Music. But then he also posted this. The whole world know I love women and the world know your husband loved D. Go bang him with that and wait on a script, you little white girl. Ouch. Yeah, that one clearly hit a sensitive spot. And here's the thing. He's far from the only person who has suggested that Dwyane could be projecting his own fantasies through his daughter. In fact, Dwyane himself has spoken about how he used to dress up as a girl when he was younger.
You know, as kids, I used to put on heels. I used to do all those things. I try to put on whatever my sisters wear. When all my sisters did, I try to do those things.
Now look, this doesn't automatically mean Dwyane wants to be a trans woman or anything along those lines. But this is where the story starts taking a much darker turn. There's a theory circulating that celebrities in Hollywood don't actually have much of a choice when it comes to this entire trans topic. According to that theory, if they want to maintain that highest level of fame, influence, and wealth, they're expected to raise at least one of their children as trans. And if you listen to Katt Williams, he believes the real reason behind it all is tied to something much deeper, something occult-related that traces back far beyond the existence of Hollywood itself.
Years ago, I knew that transgenders was going to be a thing. It wasn't because I was a prophet. It's just I had gotten so much information that I understood that things are secular. So I understood that the earliest I had seen that word transgender was Baphomet, the transgender. And so I knew that in the ritual of Baphomet, the transgender, to show allegiance to him, you had to kiss his.
Really?
And it said both of those things. So I knew that both of those things will become popular in the future. And that somehow calling people the goat would be normalized over the sheep being always the most popular reference.
And I want to go back to Zaya's biological mother, Zaya Wade, because she hinted at something very similar. She actually alleged that Dwyane made arrangements with major corporations like Disney, agreeing to move Zaya toward reassignment surgery in return for substantial endorsement deals. Back in 2022, Dwyane submitted a petition to legally change Zaya's name, music, and gender, and Zaya was only 15 years old at the time. But Zaya Wade responded with her own court filing, claiming that Dwyane was attempting to financially benefit from Zaya's transition. According to Zaya Wade, Dwyane specifically stated that money was partially behind the decision. Zaya Wade alleged that Dwyane told her significant money had already been earned, and that even more money would be generated in connection with Zaya's name and gender matter. She also claimed that Dwyane said he planned to make Zaya extremely famous through endorsement agreements and contracts connected to her transition. And here's the shocking part. When Zaya Wade asked Dwyane whether any deals had already been arranged, he reportedly told her that several companies were interested and that Disney was one of the potential partners. But according to Zaya Wade, none of this would have happened if Gabrielle Union had never entered the picture. Over the years, there have been plenty of rumors surrounding Gabrielle and Dwyane's marriage. And let's not forget that Jaguar previously alleged that Gabrielle and Dwyane host a certain type of ritual gathering inside their own home. And according to Jag, that is the real reason Gabrielle worked so aggressively to push Zaya's biological mother out of the situation.
She went on Twitter cussing out Diddy and then deleted it because Diddy want to throw Dwyane a divorce freak off. Why is it a problem? He been freaking off. Why you care? You was at the freak off with it. You doing the real mom who wants her children to have a fair chance at making their own decisions, while you and your I want to be a husband convince your child that they need to get the whole trans thing going on now so they can get a Disney contract. And we all know what Disney does to children. Imagine what they do to trans kids.
No, I don't want to imagine.
That's where you want to send your child?
Now look, both Katt Williams and Jaguar always spark major debate online whenever they come forward with controversial claims about the entertainment industry. But this time it seems like a large number of people are actually agreeing with them. One commenter said, Jag is 100% right. I believe Gabrielle did it out of resentment toward the boy's biological mother. Another person wrote, Katt Williams is absolutely right about where all of this originated. But what do you think about the situation? Do you believe Katt is correct in his claims that the entire trans agenda is connected to some kind of occult practice? Do you think Gabrielle and Dwyane really encouraged Zaya's transition in order to market her to the industry? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and make sure to stay tuned for the next video.